The rise of digital real estate investing. Well, it's about time. We're all busy people and we live in a digital world. Today we're going to talk about 4 different ways that you can invest in real estate digitally. And in today's era, there's many investors who want to get into real estate more, but just don't have the time to do the due diligence, to find the properties. Maybe you're managing them yourself, and time is a limiting factor for a lot of real estate investors. But thanks to a lot of modern technology out there, you can invest in real estate digitally and still get some exposure into the great opportunities that real estates provide. So the first one is crowdfunding sites like Fundrise, Realty Mogul, and so on. Now, these are sites that basically run Regulation A offerings where they're subject to disclosures by the SEC, but they offer them to the general public, so you don't have to be an accredited investor. And usually you can invest with just a very small upfront initial investment. Could be as low as $10 or $40 or whatever a share within that investment is trading at. So it's a great way to just go in and buy digitally. You can do it on your time since it's online, and just kind of get a sense of what some of these group real estate investments are like. Now, some of the downside is the fact that usually you have to get in and stay in for a while, so they're not quite as liquid as investing in the stock market and some other investments like that. The next one is real estate investment trust, or REITs, which is like buying a stock in a lot of sense. So if you have a brokerage account online where you buy and sell stocks, you can also buy and sell REITs, or real estate investment trust. And REITs invest in all different types of properties, and you can buy them for as little as whatever a share in that REIT is trading at. So it's a great way to get exposure to, like, hey, if you want to get into the data center market and get some exposure to that, or industrial real estate, and these properties are, $40, $50 million or more, and you as an individual investor want to get into them, getting in a REIT is a great way to do that for a small amount up front and get some exposure to it. Now, the downside to REITs is the fact that because most of them are publicly traded on stock exchanges, there's a lot of volatility that goes into that, where when the stock market goes up, it kind of affects all of them, and when it goes down, it affects them. But yet the underlying asset is real estate, which acts different from the stock market. And so you kind of have a blend of the two worlds coming together in a REIT, which could be good in that you're getting some exposure to both, but it doesn't quite act like a stock and it doesn't quite act like real estate. So it's a little bit of a blend of both, and that can be a downside as well. The third way is private funds, or private syndications. Now, these can be great opportunities to earn some really good returns, but most of the time you do have to be an accredited investor, which means you have significant income or a somewhat significant asset base. Usually you do have to put in a $50,000 to $100,000 minimum investment. And they're generally fairly illiquid, meaning you can't just buy and sell them. You're kind of stuck until the manager of that syndication is ready to share or ready to sell and distribute their share to the individual investors. So it can definitely be worthwhile in the return sense, but it's just something that you have to carefully consider, because you generally will have more of your capital tied up in them. The fourth way is tokenization of real estate. Now, this is built on blockchain technology and basically takes real estate and turns it into small manageable contracts that are traded on a blockchain, which means that they're easy to buy and sell and are linked to a non-changeable base or contract on the blockchain. Now, there's a lot of benefits to this technology, but we're kind of in the Wild West, so to speak, on real estate being tokenized. And it's definitely something that's going to have more of, because the technology behind it makes a ton of sense, and we're definitely going into more of that digital realm. But just invest carefully, because we're still kind of exploring how this is going to work. and what some of the regulations behind it are going to look like. So there's websites out there like Lofty AI that you can just go online and look at the different types of real estate investments there are and purchase one or multiple shares within those real estate investments. So it's an interesting growing market, and if you would like to get some exposure into that area, it's a great way to do that as well. So those are 4 different ways that you can invest in digital real estate property and get some exposure to the real estate market while doing way less work than if you were individually investing and or managing that asset as well. So I hope this video brought you some value. If so, please like and share and subscribe. And if you're looking for real estate investments within Pennsylvania or Maryland, please reach out to us. We're happy to help, whether it's physical real estate or you just want to talk about digital real estate as well.